Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to a brand new F1 24 IronMan League racing video. And as you can see, we are racing around COTA in Texas, Austin, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, we're leading the championship by quite a margin actually, I think around 15 points.
There we land.
And there's only 2 races to go, so yeah, we can actually wrap up the title today, but it has to go really bad for Danny and really good for us for that to happen. But as you can see there, decent start of the line, wet conditions, which means it's going to dry up later in this race. And now we're going to try and find our way through in the first few sectors. Always a tricky start around COTA because it's really wide going into a really tight corner. So usually a lot of people going side by side, but we get a great start and up to P15 for a moment. Really had to slow down there for Bertalan Savagna. Have to be careful not to break the ring, of course, because yeah, a lot of setup differences. Some people going for a wet setup as Thomas Gao is going slowly there. And yeah, we've kind of been boxed in this entire sector, but now we finally got the inside clear. Istvan Pukki behind us, and now we go up to P14. Straight away going down the inside of Milan Meyer into the next hairpin, and that is gonna be P13 as we get a good exit as well. We're not gonna get slipstream now on this straight though, and as you can see, that's quite a bit of a disadvantage. You can see the car on the outside just gaining time to us, even though we're absolutely draining the battery going into the next. Left-hander Sonny on our outside nearly runs into the back of Thomas Gal. And up to P12 we're going to go from P19 on the grid. So this has been a good start. Now we've got Timbo in P10. I think he starts in P9 usually, as we got Thomas Go sending it down the inside. We almost got a few cars on our inside there. And now we overtake Timbo. He's not going to fight us too hard. We're going to try and find a way through on Thomas. But yeah, wet line on the F1 games doesn't work, unfortunately. And yeah, there's just less grip actually on the outside. So yeah, P11 it is. Great start, 8 positions gained. Whereas our championship rival, Danny Bresnay, is quite far away still, so that's good for us. And now on to halfway into lap 2. You can see purple first sector. Gap has just been overtaken by Thomas Gall and trying to find his way back through. But yeah, it's not really Gap's level. As much as I love Gap, he can't quite keep up with the F1 esports driver. He always tries to fight it really hard. You can see, covers off the switchback nicely. It was really good with the wheel-to-wheel racing. But yeah, as you can see there, now we go for the switchback. And up to P10 we're going to go after another purple first sector. Although I'm not sure exactly how the sectors work on the F1 game. I feel like purple is not always purple, and yeah. Anyway. Lap 3 it is, and you can see it's a little bit chaos. Joni Tormela went a little bit off there ahead of us, and now we're trying to follow him through. Of course, F1 esports drivers are just like Thomas Gao, both F1 esports drivers, so they're gonna have very similar pace to us. We now got Takas Gabor lagged a little bit back, and that scared me a little bit. Yeah, now these guys wheel banging a little bit, which costs a lot of time. As you can see, it has stopped raining, and up to P9 we're gonna go now behind Joni Tormela. Looks like we've got quite good intermediate pace at the moment. Can really stay close with Joni.
Okay, radar is clear. Weather is looking good for now. Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now.
And yeah, it's not gonna take really long to dry up. Probably around a lap, because this lap takes really long in the wet. You can see 1:45. Which are similar lap times to Spa in a drive, for example. So yeah, one lap that can make a huge difference, especially because there's so many corners. Whereas on Spa there are a lot of straights. A lot of that's 1:45 you're spending on straights. Here it's just corner after corner after corner. And now we go down the inside of Joni Tormela into the next left-hander. Joni struggling a little bit on the rear tires, probably overheating them a little bit as it's getting more and more dry, but now kind of struggling to outdrag him. Again, we're not getting slipstream from another Thomas ahead of us. I won't say his last name after the little incident last time. But yeah, DRS enabled now, and that means we're gonna have to box for a set of the slicks at the end of this lap. And now we go down the inside of Thomas into the next left-hander. Can't quite finish it off. Too tight of an angle to get a good exit there. Now we're gonna try and go for switchback, but yeah, the tire's just overheating too much, taking that wide line. We got Ismail on our outside. But yeah, I guess he's gonna be boxing as well. Thomas staying out. We are gonna box for a set of the slicks, almost overtaking the AlphaTauri there. Or the RB, or whatever you wanna call it. But yeah, set of the hard tires going on. And yeah, those tires.
Oh, Ismail got held up.
Could make it to the end, potentially. But yeah, probably not the fastest way to go to the end of the race. Yeah, it might start raining again as well, so not sure. But yeah, as you can see, more people boxing now at the end of lap 6, as it's clearly slick tires now. Danny Bresnay 2.6 seconds behind us, and yeah, he's gonna try and close in on us, of course. That's not what we want. We want to extend the championship lead and kind of secure the title a little bit, but that's easier said than done, of course, on this level of F1 Esports. And now we're gonna go for the move on Balint Alekes. You can see he was flashing, perhaps turning battery down or just run out of battery, and now we trying to close in on Thomas, really struggling with understeer right there. Still kind of, yeah, some weird understeer in the F1 games if you want to have a fast setup. And now we're trying to get past on the kick, which is disconnected. But yeah, still some kind of weird understeer. I think it's because the brake migration is also just set up incredibly bad. Because usually if you brake really hard on this game, like 100%, you tend to lock the rears really easily. But then as you start turning into the corner, it's like the brake bias is like on 100% forward. It's really easy to lock up. So yeah, P4 it's gonna be as Thomas is trying to find his way through on Levente. We now go side by side into the next right-hander. It doesn't matter too much who's going to be leading. We just don't want to be losing too much lap time. Thomas knows this, of course. And now we just about got past Thomas there. And now we're behind Elde Guidi. He's on the mediums. And then we got Seno Grazzi on the mediums as well. 3.5 seconds ahead. Or Harsh only going to get faster and faster, of course. So we need to try and close that in ASAP as we're trying to set up a nice exit. We got tapped a little bit in the back. Probably Thomas slightly locking up or something. Luckily the contact model and the damage model are very forgiving on this game. And now we're going to go for the move, as Elray started defending really late. Into the next left-hander. We get squeezed a little bit over the track there. I think Thomas is struggling a little bit with the braking. And now,
for fuck's sake,
we got an illegal overtake. I've actually seen that before, like 5 days ago. Anyway, down to P3 we go again. No major issue though, as yeah, we've got full battery, it doesn't matter. As I said before, who's in P2 or P3? I think Thomas might have actually gotten wing damage from that. So yeah, he's gonna be struggling with a lot of
front wing damage.
Yeah, as you can hear me say, front wing damage. And that's why
really
we're getting passed again straight away into turn number 1. Yeah, we're 4 seconds behind Seno Grazzi now. As you can see, we're closing that in quite fast. 1.1 second gain in the past, just over a lap. And yeah, we still got full battery as well. So Istvan behind us now. He might go for a move here, not sure. DRS really powerful, of course. So ideally, we just swap around lap after lap. And he goes into P2. Seno Grazzi picks up a 3-second penalty. Usually, Seno Grazzi is a really good start of the race. He's been leading multiple times at the start of the race already. But yeah, I've seen a few times where he was leading the race by like 5 seconds and then boxed. And then he just ended up disconnecting or crashing, or I'm not sure. But usually he has a great start to the race, but just can't quite keep it towards the end of the race, unfortunately. Yeah, now we see the purple middle sector. We're gonna get DRS on the next straight as well. which is nice. Purple middle sectors. Will this be the fastest lap? Not sure. It won't probably stay there anyway. We did get the fast lap. And now we're just going to try and recharge the battery a little bit. 134.6. Not sure if there's more rain predicted at the moment. The strategy screen at the start of the race only shows the first 45 minutes to an hour. And obviously 100% race takes much longer than an hour, 1.5 to 1 hour and 45 minutes, maximum of 2 hours. And yeah, we need to get past Seno Grazzi here on the next DRS straight. Kind of struggling to rotate the car a little bit now so far. But yeah, here we go then on the very next straight. This should be an easy pass. Obviously, on our, I reckon our tyres are quite a bit faster at this point anyway. But yeah, really struggling with understeer so far. We're going to get past Seno Grazzi into the next left-hander. Istvan is going to follow us through. And up to P1 we go together with Istvan. Would be nice if we can break the DRS to the rest of the grid, but it's easier said than done, of course. Or especially to Ismail Fassi, because he's in P4. He has broken the DRS to Joni Tomola, so that is good news. And now we are just gonna try kind of manage this race. You can see Ismail and Istvan right behind us within the DRS. They are probably gonna pass us on this very next straight. Maybe Ismail is a little bit too far back, but it doesn't matter at this point in the race who is leading.
Safety car is out. We need to form up at reduced pace. Keep a close eye on that delta time. Make sure to keep it positive.
And yeah, as you can see,
Okay, expect to see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now.
Yeah, 10 to 15 minutes
Confirmed,
until
we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
the rain. And that means we're going to be boxing for a new set of the softs, because by the time the safety car comes in, it's probably going to be 5 to 10 minutes, which is only 5 laps of racing. However, it's really hard to know beforehand, of course, because it's incredibly inaccurate. Could be another half an hour for the rain to be away. Could be another 20 minutes. We're not sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're one of the only ones on the softs. So we should have great pace in the first few laps. And let's hope that rain comes as soon as possible then. So let's see if we can nail this restart and perhaps break the DRS. Not sure.
Take that shit out of the game. So bad.
And yeah, nice little throttle limiter. It's kind of ruining restarts of the safety car. I have no idea why on earth this is still in the game after like 6 years of reporting that this is a problem. But yeah, that's not the only thing, of course. We've been reporting for maybe 6 years, a bit much, but over 4 years. I just hope that finally next year they will improve the game. Of course, F1 23 was alright, but still, in terms of content and handling, it's still not where it used to be in like F1 2020. So,
It's also in Lucha.
even then, like the issues we've had in F1 2017, 18, 19 are still
It's okay.
in the game now, just like the throttle limiter, for example.
You might need a set of mediums for the end. Or a set of hards, so it's better to use this shit.
So,
Set of tires now.
yeah, sorry for my little rant, but yeah, I think everyone wants to be able to drive a great F1 game, because I think a lot of people over the past few years have gone from the F1 game to iRacing or Assetto Corsa, because it's just, or whatever, Le Mans Ultimate, ACC, because they're just better options. And yeah, I don't blame it. But yeah, or I don't blame the drivers, I mean, swapping. But it's just a shame, because the potential of F1 games is so big, but it's just being, I don't know, left to rot, I think so. I'm not sure if this keeps going like this with like minimal development over the next few years, if this is gonna go well for the F1 game. I think we might not have an F1 game if this continues for another few years like this. But enough of the rant, we have to focus on the race again. You can see our softs are starting to drop off already after 5 laps. And yeah, I just want to save that set of the mediums. I still have a new set of hards and a new set of the mediums. And I wanted to save them for later on in the race. My plan in my head was to go for hards after the rain. And then in case of a late safety car, we can box for the mediums because the mediums are probably the better tire for like the last 10 laps. As you can see, the softs are terrible. Yeah, we have to keep options open. It's always difficult, of course, because you want to be on the best tire. I did not want to go to the softs, but I also did not want to get into a situation where we were forced in the last 10 laps to go on new softs or stay on old hards.
But we'll see.
And yeah,
at least we still have a set of mediums and hards left. The rest of the grid won't have both.
And yeah, that was my thought process behind it, of course. But
Inters was definitely the better choice last lap, but I think we would have lost like 5 seconds.
Yeah, and as you can see there, we're really struggling on the slicks on the in lap, and we've lost quite a bit of time to Danny Bresnay and the walk group ahead. So we need to try and climb that back to a decent level. I think we are like 4 seconds behind now. We really lost a lot on that in lap, which is not ideal. But yeah, that's a risk we took here with going onto the softs, and the range is
let's see
taking
where everyone comes out.
a little bit longer than expected. So yeah, that just happens sometimes. We've been undercut by Thomas Go and Joni Tormela. So let's see. You can see Danny around 5 seconds ahead of us.
Okay, gap to the car ahead, 1.4 seconds. They're on a fresh set of inters. Their tyres are 3 laps old. Car ahead has some minor front wing damage, but it's currently maintaining its pace. Your last lap time, 1 minute 45.5. 3 seconds will be added to their time at the end of the race.
And yeah, as you can hear there, both cars ahead with a 3-second penalty. I think Thomas Gall with a tiny bit of front wing damage. Doesn't seem to matter too much for his pace at the moment. Really depends on the game settings as well. But now we're gonna try and get past Joni Tormela on the very next straight, of course. So yeah, need to get a good exit here. We're gonna get quite a nice slipstream. Joni might get a tiny bit of slipstream from Thomas Gall. Won't be much. And now we are on the overtake button, trying to get past Joni here, and yeah, we had a full battery, so quite an easy pass there. And you can see 5.8 seconds the gap to Julian Klaffenbach. That's what we have to make up. Obviously, it would be a lot nicer.
Oh no.
Pregnant Dog Hitter donated $5. You can't erase the people's champion that easy mods.
The what?
And yeah, now we're gonna try and get past Thomas Gall. We're on 100% battery. I forgot to turn off text-to-speech donors again for my league race. I usually always forget for IronMan League for some reason. And now we're gonna try and get past Thomas. You can see he's weaving. I think weaving to let us go. 6.5 seconds the gap now to Julian Klaffenbach, and we seem to be dropping away a little bit. Maybe we've lost a little bit of time being behind Thomas.
Ethan Dean 57 donated $5. It's slippery on them inters. Surely takes a lot of focus. Jarnis Harry Bellybutton donated $5. Watch out that Apex doesn't move.
Ethan. Oil up, buddy.
Jarna Bellybutton Fluff 2 donated $5. FOCUSH Yarno FOCUSHUUU era
But yeah, 19 laps to go, and you can see we are moving back to the slicks. I actually chose for the mediums to try and catch back up to
Pow,
the cars
wow,
ahead.
wham, bam.
And that should be the last one of the text-to-speech donation. You can see 4.5 seconds behind.
Why is it
Julian
driving so
Klaffenbach.
much?
We have caught up.
Like, there are horizontal dry lines, not racing dry lines.
We've caught up quite a lot to Julian Klaffenbach over the past few laps. 2 seconds gained. So our pace is looking not too shabby at the moment, but obviously the second Julian gets some DRS, it's going to be really tough for us to...
I'm bored. We're not going to catch up. Any other game, I would be like, we can catch up. This one, nope. No chance. Without DRS, you're cooked.
Yeah.
Donald Duck donated $5. Oh my god, Yarno, you are so quick. It makes my nipple hard. Look on the bright side, your chat at least lets us know that even God's love has limits. Fun fact, Yarno has 9 fingers.
Yeah, unfortunately we couldn't catch back up. Yeah, got a 3-second time penalty in the process as well, trying to catch back up, but it's just... Yeah, DRS is so strong that if you don't get DRS and slipstream, you're just not going to catch back up, so you need a DRS. Unfortunately our strategy didn't pay off, saving a set of the mediums, or the hards. So yeah, frustrating. But you guys can see in the final lap, we are just going to go for the fast lap to try and get an extra point, because we're not losing any positions because of it. You can see Joni Tomola just over 6 seconds out, but he has 22 seconds of penalty, and now we're just trying to get some nice DRS from Thomas Go ahead. And you can see how much more grip we have on a new set of the softs. Yeah, I think he was actually helping us a little bit there to give us the detection, as you can see. He's gonna back off right there after detection. So that was nice, helping us a little bit, but we didn't really need it anyway. We would have gotten the fast lap without the rest as well, but just a little bit of ego, you know. But yeah, we're gonna bring this home in P5. We just need to make sure not to corner cut,
nice
because
one.
that's,
Very lovely drive. On to the next one.
I think, invalidates your fast lap attempt if you corner cut. I think track limits doesn't, but corner cutting does. But yeah, purple in the first and second sector. We're gonna bring it home in P5 with the fast lap. Unfortunately, I think Danny won the race as Istvan got penalties, so that's unfortunate, because that means we lose 14 points, and that was our
Very lovely drive, chaps.
that was basically our advantage gone going into the last round of the championship. And yeah, it was just strategy where we lacked, or not really lacked, but just made the wrong decision, unfortunately. Wrong decision for the wrong racing scenario. So yeah, frustrating, but it is what it is. Now we're gonna try and bring it home in the last race, of course. Easy said and done. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe for more League Racing content. Make sure to check out jarnoopmee.com for my merchandise and sim racing gloves as well. And see you guys next time. Ciao.